What I see in the spirit happening on and off the internet is the reckoning of the degenerate male. And I can see that a lot of these men are in fear of being pretty much held accountable for actions that they otherwise would get away with. Now, these actions that they're being held accountable for are in fact things that are harm to other people, but they have been able to get away with it and they've been able to thrive thereafter. So they have no real concept of truly being accountable. Therefore, this comes as a shock to them. And since so many men who are onlookers are watching these men get publicly dethroned, it is giving them this sense of fear that it could happen to them. Even though they don't have the visibility that the three men up here have, they have this fear that it can happen to them. So how do you know when you are dealing with a degenerate male? Well, degenerate men do not experience emotions the same way that normal people do. They do not experience empathy, okay? Empathy is just not an emotion that they feel. They really have a hard time putting themselves in other people's shoes. They're governed by the need, this constant insatiable need for power, control, and dominance. And because they don't have much of an interior world, you will notice that they're governed by their ego. The ego is very fragile. It thinks it's supposed to win at every single thing. There shouldn't be anything that it can't win at, right? So if at any point you rub the degenerate male the wrong way, a crash out is imminent. Some of the other nuances that you may see is that they see people, girlfriends, wives, children, as mere possessions. They do not experience them as whole people. They do not really see other people's humanity. They only see their own need, and they look at people in a way in which, how can I use this person? The other subtle thing is that they generally do not have any sexual discipline, okay? And they will enact rules on everybody, but not follow one damn rule that they have enacted. That's the point of power. Power is the ability to do whatever the hell you want while everyone else has to follow rules and laws. And they become very angry when other people don't follow the rules and laws they set that they themselves do not follow. That's the difference between a dominator and a dictator and a leader. A leader is going to lead by example. A dominator is going to tell you what the hell to do and then go do something totally different. So you're going to deal with some level of lack of sexual discipline, sexual perversion, perhaps. They can't see your humanity. They can't empathize with you. You're just a resource to them. And if you come in close proximity to them, they're not going to see you as a whole person. They're going to see you as a possession, which poses as a problem because this manner of thinking does not translate to the greater world. Just because they see people as possessions do not mean that the people that they believe to be possessions and objects actually experience themselves in that way, which poses as a problem because when the object of their desire or what they feel they control has now took their power back and is asserting their humanity, it agitates the degenerate male to no end. He begins to crash out, he begins to become angry, and his ego begins to be bruised, so you will be met with a lot of vindictive, vile, cruel behavior at the sight of that. Unfortunately, the degenerate male does not possess a strong spirit. He is spiritually infantile, he is morally devoid, and he is emotionally underdeveloped. But he will pursue accomplishments, achievements, power, authority. He will treat people like possessions. But when he is held accountable, expect there to be a crash out. And other men who have the same level of consciousness are feeling attacked right now. And I love this for them. I absolutely love it.